Thank you so much. Thank you once again for being here on the Hi-Fi Show. In this 11th episode, we are going to take a look at 5 new videos coming from you guys. It's a pure reaction. I have not opened them, okay? I receive them, I put them in a folder, and I open them directly on camera. Clearly, if there's something wrong, I'll just skip it and I'll put another one. So that's the magic. Remember that if you want to participate, and anyone can, no problem. If you have a good system, if you have a terrible system, if you have an extremely high-end system, everything is very welcome. Just find all the rules in here in the video description here below to how to send them, how long, if it has to be horizontal, etc., etc. Okay? Let's start immediately with video number 1, starting now. Ooh la la!
Hello everyone. We are going to start with the KEF R700 speakers, which is an absolutely gorgeous white speaker. And then we're gonna talk about some of my toys that I have accumulated over the years. They all sit on a beautiful shelf. And let's go ahead and start first with the heart of the hi-fi room, which is the Marantz PMI Ruby stereo amplifier. Moving up, we have the Denafrips Venus 2 DAC and the Lumin T2 streamer. Then moving up, we have the Marantz CD player, and I bypass its internal DAC. Then moving up, we have the West Phono Stage, West 2.2, and the Rune Nucleus music server. And on the right, we have the linear power supply, which supplies the Clear Audio Concept MC.
Nice.
We have some isolation feet from Germany, Neoflex, and this is the turntable. Then I also have a list of vinyls that I can use from time to time. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, but that was really short. Thanks. It was dramatic, intense, and short. Nice. I can see that you are having a design in mind. There's a balance in the colors with the stands, with the speaker. That is something important for you. That is clear. It's a decent setup. I like it. Maybe the Marantz, I would try to find something else. No problem with the CD player. Maybe the amp. But the rest seems nice, very nice. Nice environment. Great stuff on record, on vinyl. Way to go. Let's proceed to our second video. That was really short, guys.
Hello, Guido and audio analog dialogue channel. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. And a dialogue, I'm sorry. Let's go into my room real quick. The room is rather small in nature. 10 by 12 foot. 8-foot high ceilings. There used to be a third IKEA cubed rack there. I moved it into the loft by the secondary system, as I'm going to put another solid steel rack right there in that empty space to get basically some of the stack of components that I have on top of the Kallax into the proper space. As well, I'll be getting a Macintosh equalizer, the latest one they released, and there will be room on the second rack for that too. Just waiting on some lighting feet from Herbie's Audio Lab. All acoustic panels are by GIK. Have them in the corner here too. And we have them on the black back wall. Like I say, it's a one-person listening room. These are 12-inch rhythmic subs. One by the listening chair right, one by the listening room left. You have a stack of music books. Can't get enough reading. Stack of mags. Really proud of this Nixie tubed clock by the Dalibor family in Czech Republic. My speakers are Sonus Faber Olympica 1 stand mounters. Amplification is tubed monoblocks by Macintosh, the Macintosh 75s. Reel-to-reel is an Atari 55MX. Got it at a second-hand shop in Austin, Texas. Very nice piece. We have some headphones here by Sennheiser. We have a very nice, sorry about the shadow, Ramar brush by the manufacturer there in Berlin in Germany. Lloyd, Magnolias, Deerhoof, nice curtains. We have an iPad Pro 2 as the Roon remote. Turntable is a European Audio Team C# with a cadenza blue cartridge. Phono preamp is the Pass Labs XP17. The preamp is tubed. It's the Macintosh C2500. Have a nice silver-faced vintage cassette deck by Pioneer. We have a tubed headphone amp by Felix of Poland. Next to it, we have a Class D Audiophonics amplifier that drives the tweeters and the Sonus Fabers. I do bi-amp. The monoblocks drive the mids. And of course the Marchand X44 active crossover. And a PS deck tet for the power conditioner. The other sub and remotes. Here we have a Venus 2 12th anniversary /1 Denafrip stack. We have an old FM tuner. And back here where it's hard to see, we have the Roon Core, which is a sonic transporter. And we also have a Sonore Rendu right next to it, hiding in the shadows, that takes care of the streaming.
Room 2.
Okay, this is my secondary listening room.
Aha.
There's a full rack of records that I moved out of the other room. I have a cube of reel-to-reel here. Plenty of space for more records, as I have an empty rack that I can put lenses and
Good job.
etc. on eventually.
Love to take photos myself
Beer
as
Stein
well.
collection, camera lenses.
It's a common thing, I guess, for audiophiles.
Here we have a rack of cassette tapes,
Nice.
some Blu-rays, some more Blu-rays down here. Then we have a full rack
Beautiful.
of 16 cubes of records here. A couple microphones, the Vinyl Detective series of books. We have a degritter. We have a nitty gritty. We have a Macintosh wall clock. In this flat spot on top of this cabinet, I'll be putting an Orb record flattener that I'm going to order from Germany. Then swinging over here, we have a 4-monitor computer setup with a custom-built tower. We have Advent smallers for the speakers. Secondary system also has a TX CD player, a Pioneer turntable that was refurbished by John Freeman of the punk band The Magnolias from the Twin Cities. We have a vintage Macintosh receiver, amplified with a Luxman 505 UX2 integrated, and finally a silver-faced Kenwood cassette deck. So that's system 2. Hope you all enjoyed both of my...
Well, that was very, very cool. Wow, 2 rooms, and you managed to fit everything in time. Congratulations on that. I don't know why you guys are putting music in the background. No need. Just use the tracks that I furnished, that I put in the download section together with the rules, if you want to let us listen to the system okay? Not as a background, because that's annoying a little bit. In any case, very cool. A lot of components. Wow. It's a teeny room. It's a teeny room, and I must admit that I don't go crazy for all those colors with the absorption panels, the sound treatment, which is positive, but it's a little too strong for me. Let me see again. Let's see. Let's go over a few things. What do we have here? I liked a lot the combo Nelson Pass Macintosh. Very cool. Great racks. I don't know, solid steel. The Italian manufacturer is really raving in the U.S., I guess. It's been quite a long time, actually. But I keep on seeing people buy solid steel. Great stuff. You got 2 subs in that little room. Wow. Maybe one is for the Dr. Pepper. In any case, I think one is more than enough in that little room. But I saw you had that that crossover, which I guess may be really useful if you have all that stuff and clearly you don't have, you can't manage to correctly tune the tone of those woofers and the speakers and stuff like that. So I do understand that. But nevertheless, you may be giving away something to have that. I'm sure you tried. So I do understand that. What else? Well, congratulations for the Sonus Faber. Wow. Great stuff. Love the Mac. Obviously, I love the Otari. Fantastic that you put it right in the center. Very cool machine. Good job. I didn't see that many tapes. A few, yes, but not that many. Even the second room is quite cool. I like that a lot. Where we have, let's see, a lot of vinyl. Very nicely and perfectly kept. What else was there? Well, yeah, your sets of lens. Congratulations on that. A little part of tools to clean, and apparently also a flattener. A nice, really cool place for your PC. Wow, looks like a teenager placement. Love the old Macintosh tuner. Very cool. And that's it. Luxman, great stuff. Congratulations, really. Okay, let's proceed now with our third video.
Hi everyone, this is Pablo from Spain. I have a main system at home, which is this one. It consists on two-way speakers. For the bass, I have a TAD 1603 15-inch driver.
Wow.
And for the highs, I have a TD
Gorgeous.
4001 compression driver.
Fantastic.
This one. And a horn. I made myself the speakers, I made the structure, and I made the bass cabinet and the design. I'm quite happy with them. It has
Beautiful.
a really live sound and really big, massive sound stage. The room is very big. It has some treatment, some acoustic treatment, as you see. So considering it's not a dedicated room for music, but the living room, I'm quite happy with it. I'm not using any passive crossover because I do the crossover with DSP. I will show you later. And now the crossover point is 800 Hz. So everything below 800, it goes on the bass driver, and everything above 800, it sounds from the horn. So we go now to the amplification part. I have, for the highs, I have an Audio Research reference 75. I changed the tubes. The stock ones are KT 120. Now I use KT 150. Not a really big difference, but you know, I like them as they are now. For the bass, I have a Class D amplifier.
Interesting.
It's made here in Spain by Jesus Alejo. It's that's a brand.
So you're bi-amping.
Inside it has two Hypex NC500, 400 watts at 8 ohms, which is really nice for me because the room is really big and I really need a lot of power for the bass. Not for the highs, but for the bass I need a lot of power.
Makes a lot of
is
sense.
good. And this one here is the Mini DSP Flex model, which I use, as I told you, for crossover, also direct live for room correction and equalization with parametric EQ. Next, preamp. This one is a preamp. It's an Audio Research reference 6. And
they're all good.
Really piece of art because it's really, really, really nice. Nice looking, everything is really good. Now for the analog part of the system, the sources. I have this SME Series 5 tone arm, which is, I think, is top of the line from SME, with a Benz Micro LP cartridge and a Clear Audio Maximum Solution turntable, which is this one. Really nice, really beautiful. I love it. And
love the glass panel
stage,
below.
I have
beneath.
this Audio Research reference 2.
That's the 2
reference 2. This one,
the preamp.
6, which
Phono
is
preamp.
also a really great phono stage. Sometimes I use this, especially with my young cassettes,
Not sometimes. Come on.
and also this reel-to-reel, which is really nice at night. I usually record music here and just play.
Good job.
At night. So it's really, really nice way of listening to music. And for the digital part, I have this Inus Zenith as the room core. I use Room for digital audio with the flagship Denafrips DDC, the Gaia, and the Terminator Plus, which is a really nice DAC. And that's it. I think that's all. Well, I use this as a power bank or whatever you call it. I don't believe in this doing anything to the sound. As well as cables, I have really expensive cables. I don't think cables matter at all. So I think these two and the room makes the sound. Everything else,
yes,
more or less,
I agree on that.
Just the same. But we all love good stuff like this. So that's it. That's my system. That's how it sounds. I think it sounds nice. Hope you like it, and thanks for this place to share our equipment. Take care. Bye bye.
Oh, was that a swimming pool at the end? Wow. Just wow. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Inviting. Relaxing. Great environment. Congratulations. Really. Something at another level. I love the fact that you created these speakers, because if you know the sound that you want and how to do a little bit things, it's a good idea. It is a good idea, because you know how much that would cost to buy those like that? 50, 60,000 euro. I mean, if they have good drivers inside, and I believe they do, congratulations. Love it. I love a lot all your audio research stuff. Wow, must be amazing. The turntable, even the Akai, nice, but I mean, I think you can do better, but it depends clearly if you have enough tapes and things like that. Let me see. Terminator Plus, good, nice. We tried the 2 here, not Plus. This was the 1. We tried the 2 here on this channel. Here's a link if you're interested. Also in combination with the Way. Love also the room treatment behind. There's a lot of stuff hidden here and there. A lot of details. Very, very nice. Also the instruments, the brass instruments. What a treat. What a treat. If I understand correctly, I see that you have the chair very, very close actually to I think you're doing near field listening. I'm not sure, but it seems so. The power conditioner makes a lot of difference, but if you have very peaceful, quiet power, nobody around in the surroundings, no pollution in that sense, and all the rest is perfectly working, it could not be that important. I agree. It depends. As I said many times, it depends. It's a good idea to do, but it depends, because a lot of times, everything is already working perfectly. Plus, actually, it could be a downside for amplifiers. So always be careful for that, on that type of, let's say, treatment. And great stuff. I'm not a big fan of the DSP. I have that. I had it in my Triton reference for the bass, which I think even in this case you're using it only for the bass. I'm not sure. Remember that that is converting everything to digital, which is, we could say, a good idea for the bass. That's the less understandable from our ears. You're not going to hear too much of a difference. If it's doing an active crossover on everything, well, then maybe handling the frequencies on the whole spectrum, be careful, because clearly everything is going to be transformed into digital. So at that point, there's not much of a purpose to have an analog setup, since I think you do have a passion for vinyl. Gorgeous turntable. I love that green glass you have beneath it, just glows. Amazing. Great setup. Must be truly amazing to listen to. Thank you for sending it. Okay, let's proceed now to our fourth video.
Hi Guido, this is Donatello from Yokohama, Japan.
Oh.
This is my system. As you can see, I have analog and also digital listening devices. I start from the preamplifier. I should say they mainly are Japanese companies. I think it's a good idea because I live in Japan. And for assistance, and not only for that, it's I have a tube systems, as you can see. The preamplifier is a Triode TRX1, and for the power amplifiers, left and right, as you can see, there are two monoblocks, are again made by Triode, and the model one is TRX P3M. All signal and drives tubes are NOS from 50s and 60s. About the rectifier, here in the middle one for the preamplifier, is a replica made by Pisvane 274. And the 300B, because it's a single head parallel monoblock power amplifier, are current Russian production tubes. For analog...
Wait. I'm not sure I understood correctly. I thought you had these two monoblocks that are the amplifier, and the center is the preamplifier. And the monoblocks, I see it's a parallel design. Maybe I misunderstood.
Listening, I have a phono amplifier made by Phase Emission. It's the model one, let's see if you can see, it's the EA300. It's a not feedback, and all pattern is a mono pattern design device inside. And I have also the MC step up transformer, clearly because I use a MC cartridge. About turntables, I have two turntables. The left one, both of them are made by Clear Audio. The left one for stereo listening is a Clear Audio Performance DC with Clear Audio Clarify Tornam, and the cartridge is Audio Technica OC93. About the mono listening, is as I told you before, is a Clear Audio. This time is a concept. The model is the concept one. And the cartridge is a Monogrado Sonada from New York. About digital listening, I have two components. One is the Super Audio CD Marantz SA15S2 that now actually I was listening to some rock music. And about the FLAC network files, I have a Magic DS1. All
Violin.
power cables are made by a Japanese company, Oyaide. Interconnection cables are again made by Oyaide, and the model one is the
I love Oyaide.
Tsunami. And also I have some Audio Quest. Sorry, it's now my dog just wanted to be in the video. Benny, get out. Thank you. And
You're
I
welcome.
have the, I was saying that I have the interconnection cables, the Tsunami, Oyaide Tsunami, and Audio Quest Cobra King. About speakers, I have the Sterling, Tannoy Sterling GR. They are made in UK. And as if you want me to describe my sound, I should say that a really sweet, natural sound, not only because of the tube, because it's a tube system, but also because of the tubes I selected. And of course, mainly because of the 300B sound. Thank you so much for all your video that you do every week. I hope that one day we can meet in Tuscany, where usually I go when I go back to Italy for my business trip. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Ciao and sayonara.
Sayonara, sayonara. Thank you. Well, I guess that the adagio, the so-called cliche of small spaces in Japan is kind of true. I mean, this house doesn't seem small, but where you have your system, it seems almost in a passage, a corridor, and the loudspeakers are very, very close. So that's a downside, but I'm sure this is the compromise you have to accept to do this. I like a lot the rest, the phasmation. Wow, great stuff. I adore the fact that you have a dedicated turntable for mono. If I had a little more space, I would do the same. Great job. Love both turntables by Clear Audio. Also, I like the amplification, even though I have a little bit of doubts on if I understood correctly what's going on. I don't know that brand, I must admit, the Triode. And great to noise. Fantastic. Great little system. Okay, let's proceed now to our last video starting. Ooh, it looks vertical from the miniature. Why is it vertical?
Hello Guido, my name's Tom and I come to you from Loveland, Ohio in the United States. I'd like to show you my stereo system, which I've been collecting for over about the last 40 years. And I'll start with the digital part. That's the part that I just do casual listening to. And I have a Oppo BDP 95 Blu-ray player that I play CDs and SACDs on.
Bravo.
Just above that is my Blue Sound Node 2i streamer. And on the next shelf up is my Denafrips Pontus 2 DAC. On the analog side, I have a TW Acoustic Raven 1 turntable.
I was about to get it. I love the concept. I love the design. Great stuff. Congratulations.
With a Graham Phantom 2 tone arm and a Lyra Titan I cartridge. My phono stage is housed in a Air phono stage casing, but it's completely custom inside.
Cool.
One of my best friends totally built this phono stage for me, and it's unbelievably good. It's a piece that I'll never part with. It has its own separate power supply that sits in the corner.
Aha. Huge.
And
Jesus.
that weighs in at about 35 to 40 pounds.
I see that.
Then my preamp is my Supertech Cortese tubed preamp. This is built by hand in Western Australia,
Nice.
And it has a separate power supply that sits on the bottom.
Aha, tube.
These are both set on silent running audio isolation platforms. And this is another piece that I will probably have forever because I've had this for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I still love it. Then for my amplifier, I have a Sandersound Magtech solid state high current amp. The amp is 500 watts into 8 ohms, 900 watts into 4 ohms, and it's stable down to a half ohm, so it will drive any speaker out there. As far as my speakers, I've had my speakers for over 25 years, and they are Gallo Nucleus Reference 2 speakers. These things just disappear. The music just floats in space. Beautiful sound stage, very wide, very powerful. The tweeters are a mylar film that radiate 330 degrees to give that nice wide sound stage. The midwoofers are Dyne Audio midwoofers, and they are housed in a aluminum sphere that has no seams to it. It's spun aluminum, and in the back it is ported, as you can see, and there are no crossovers in these speakers, so they just sound seamless.
Aha.
I recently bought a second pair of speakers that I've looked for many years and could never find them in good shape, but I finally found a pair.
Wait a minute. There's no crossovers? A three-way? How can that be? Well, there must be something going on. I mean, there's a tweeter, a mid, and a woofer. Maybe the two ones are similar. I don't know, but there gotta be some gizmo to separate the frequencies. I don't know. Mystery. I have no idea.
And they are KEF Reference 101 mini monitor speakers. These have the most beautiful vocals that I've ever heard. And these are in really good condition. They are basically the same drivers that's in LS35As, the T27 tweeter and the B110 woofer. KEF made the drivers for the BBC for many years, but they were never licensed to build a BBC speaker. So this was their answer to the LS35A.
See, now, this is very cool that this is already the third component that you're showing us. The first two, you say you're never going to part. You have them for many years, like 20 years. I mean, you really know what you want, regardless if it's expensive or not, like these KEFs. I mean, now KEF is excellent, but I'm sure these models are not going for who knows what price. But you found that they have a very good mid-range. I like this a lot, and it's rare because we are just going crazy in buying stuff and upgrading stuff. We have to settle on some components and then build around those. That is something that myself, a lot of times we forget.
These speakers, however, have more dynamics to them and will play louder than LS35As. They are very inefficient, 81 dB, but with the Sandersound amplifier, these things really sing. It's unbelievable how good they are. Of course, they have almost no bass. They're flat to 90 hertz and then they roll off from there. But that problem is solved by using my Vandersteen 2WQ subwoofers. I have one on either side of my listening chair, and with the subwoofers hooked to the Reference 1 speakers, they're absolute magic. They sound like a full range speaker. The vocals are fantastic, and the bass is very deep, nice sound stage. I love both sets of these speakers, and I can't see myself ever getting rid of either of them. I switch them in and out every now and then just to change the sound up a little bit. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my system. I do have these bags of shot on top of a couple of the components to help to isolate them. I think they sound a little bit better. It may just be in my head, but I believe they sound better. So thank you very much for letting me present my system to you. Bye.
Well, goodbye. Bye. Thank you so much. The only thing that makes me mad is that you did the darn thing vertical. So all the resolution is going to be now very crammed in. In any case, it's an excellent system. Very interesting. As I already said, you have a special approach. I like that. I love the fact that you are changing between speakers. I would love to do that if I had more space. Wow. And these kefs, I don't know them. They appear to be very interesting. Cool, very cool. This huge, massive, power-hungry amplifier scares me a little bit, but you seem to know what you're doing, and I would be interested to audition that, actually. So congratulations. Love the rest of the components. Love that handmade phono preamp that you have for 20 years from Australia. Great stuff. The TW, I mean, the turntable, I wanted that. The Raven, fantastic, great stuff, made in Germany. Well, exceptional. I mean, at least you're communicating an exceptional system, well thought, well put together, that I'm sure it must be magical. Congratulations. Great episode. I love very much all these systems, guys. Thank you so much for sending them. Please send more over. We're about to finish the barrel. And thank you again for watching. And remember that music is born analog. Bye.
Well, guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.